Hey everybody, so today I have another video in my exclusively pumping series here on my channel. If you haven't checked out my other videos, I will have my playlist linked down below for you guys. I put all my EP videos in there. So today we are going to be talking all about encouraging a letdown. So in case you don't know what a letdown is, it's a sensation that happens when there is a hormonal release in your body that pushes milk out of your nipple. It's caused by the release of oxytocin, and it happens a lot, and it might not even be intentional sometimes. Now, the reason why this is important is because, like I said, it helps milk come out of your breasts. Now, whether that means it makes it easier to relieve engorgement or it helps you empty a little bit more, all that stuff matters. Now, I did want to mention that some pumps do offer some kind of letdown mode, or there's a letdown button. I have a few right down here, and I'm going to show you guys. I have my Lancino, which is the pump that I use every single day, and you guys can't see it because I've hit the button so many times and rubbed it off. But right there, there is typically a letdown button, and you can click it, and there will be the stimulation mode, and it'll start pumping really fast. And that's what babies do when they want to start stimulating more milk flow, is they will start to suck really quick, and that stimulates a letdown sometimes. And this is the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. There is a slew of pumps that offer this. I just grabbed two that I happen to have sitting here anyways, but this is the letdown button right here on the Pump and Style Advanced. And like I said, it'll take you over to that setting for a couple of minutes, or on other pumps you actually have to click in and out of it voluntarily, but nonetheless it can be super helpful in stimulating a letdown when you are pumping. Now, I made a couple of lists that I wanted to read to you guys. The first one is reasons why you might not be experiencing them, and then I made another list of ways that you can encourage them. The first list I'm going to read you is all about why you might not be experiencing them. For some people, they do struggle stimulating those letdowns, and like I said, it can be really helpful, especially when you're pumping, to get one. So one of the very first reasons, and something I've mentioned a lot, especially in the EP series, is wrong flange size. If you have a flange size that's too big, it might not be stimulating your nipple well enough to get that letdown. Now, if your flange size is too tight, you might just be in too much pain to actually experience one. So getting a good size fitting flange is key. Now, if you're curious as to where you can get your flange size, I will have a support group linked down below for you guys. I am an admin of that group, and we as admins all size flanges for moms all day long, and you can go ahead and send us pictures and videos, and we will gladly do that for you so you know that you're using the right size. There's a lot of debate on what's too big, what's too small, what's perfect, but basically you want your nipple to be able to freely move inside that tunnel, but you don't want too much space. You don't want a whole bunch of areola being sucked in. There's a very delicate balance. So that's why it's really key to get a hold of somebody who is well versed in sizing flange so they can guide you. You might not be experiencing them if your suction is not correct on your pump. Now, this is just like the flange size, and something I think a lot of people underestimate. It's a very delicate balance. You want the suction on your pump to be expressing milk, pulling it out of your breast, but you do not want to be in pain. Now, I find a lot of people either have it way too high or they have it way too low. So like I said, you want to find that delicate in between. I would definitely recommend, if you don't already, use your pump time to do something that relaxes you. I know it's definitely hard when you have kids, and pumping itself is not the greatest experience ever, but I like to do things like watch my TV shows, or I do like to use it to catch up on Mark and I's days with each other, and just like chit-chatting and not trying to focus on what's happening in my bottles helps me a lot. And finally, you may have a clogged or blocked duct. Now, I have a whole video on that. I will have that linked as well for you guys, because I go over all the different ways you can treat that. But if you don't have any of those other symptoms, and your breast also feels maybe a little hard in a certain spot, and you've also noticed some decreased ounces, I would definitely give that video a look, because you may have a blocked duct. My next list is all about how to encourage them, because like I said, these are just great. It allows you to empty the breast, it allows milk to be flowing, and I don't know about you, but that's all I'm trying to do when I'm pumping, so I can get it over with. Really briefly, I just wanted to re-mention the fact that a lot of pumps have that button or that mode on them available, so I would start with that. Hit that button, see if it doesn't do something for you, and you can also try a warm compress. I have talked about several different things that I like to use on my channel, but I do like my little buds or booby tubes, which I'll have those two things linked as well. But if you're looking for a warm compress, those are really, really awesome. Something a lot of moms don't think about but can be super beneficial is pictures, videos, and recordings of your baby. Those can go a really long way. It's going to release that oxytocin. It's just going to de-stress you. I don't know about you, but I cannot be angry and look at a photo of my children. I don't know what it is about their cute little faces, but they got that ability. So that is something that I feel like a lot of moms underestimate. So if you are struggling, just scroll through your camera feed. The next couple things are hands-on, and that is massaging while pumping. I do that a good bit, especially as of recently. I've noticed that I've been having a little harder time emptying and encouraging those letdowns, especially if I'm engorged. So I find that massaging while I'm pumping definitely helps the milk flow. And the next thing being something that I've dubbed the boob shake. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever been a thing, but personally I found that when I was dealing with my clogged ducts, massaging really didn't do anything. But I would take my fingertips like this and I would place it on either side of whatever was, backed up and giving me problems, and I would just shake it just like this. It's gonna look and it's gonna feel ridiculous. I promise you, you're gonna look like a crazy person, and your significant other is probably gonna make fun of you, but you know what? It works every single time. I don't know what it is, but I just give it a good old shake. I might even have to do it a few times, but it definitely gets milk flowing for me. The last few things being all about relaxing. You can take a warm bath. I used to lay on my belly in the water at our old house, and I would just kind of let my boobs dangle in the warm water. Now in this house I only have a standing shower, so I take my removable shower head and I just run it around along my boobs if I know that I'm about to be in for one heck of a pumping session, and I find that that helps a lot with letdowns. I even find sometimes when I step right out of the shower I'm already letting down. But something else, and don't underestimate this, it's just scrolling through Facebook, social media. I would say Amazon, but I feel like I might get in trouble by your significant other if I tell you to scroll on Amazon, because I know it gets me in trouble. So be cautious of that one, because adding to cart and checking out is way easier than what you think it is while you're pumping. So whatever it might be, whether you watch something on TV, you play a video game, you play a card game, you get on your phone, you read a book, you knit. Like, I've heard of moms doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Do whatever zens you out. I just wanted to troubleshoot with you guys and walk you through some ways to encourage them, because, pumping's all about getting that milk flow, and it definitely will make you feel better, especially if you're experiencing some of the not so great things like engorgement and clogs. But if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.